166th session of our Radisys SoundBytes Club. I will be taking as a Sergeant at Arms today, role today. Uh, Before starting, as a Sergeant at Arms, I will mention 3 ground rules that we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Rule number 1, please do not talk about sex, religion, and politics as it is conflicting. Rule number 2, please mute yourself when you are not speaking. Rule number 3, leave or join the room whenever the speech is not going on. So that's it. Let's get going. Today, I would also request everybody to, if possible, please keep your videos on, as we love to see your smiling faces. And I don't know, some big person definitely said that if you have nothing to give anyone, give him smile. And I definitely agree. A smile can make or break his or her day. That happens to me a lot. I don't know, some random guy smiled at me. I was happy for the whole day. So please put yourself on camera and give applause for the speakers. It will encourage them for their speeches. Now, I would like to welcome our presiding officer for today. So I'm also wearing the badge for presiding officer VP Education. So welcome myself. uh, uh, Thinking about the theme, what I feel, the stories we carry. The stories we carry are generally very close to our heart. It defines us. It defines the whole company. The stories define the whole nation, what I think. The stories can make or break everything. And for example, that's close to my heart. It's this VP Education badge. This has its whole story of years of being in Toastmaster, and it connects everything. And while putting it on, it has poked me many times. It has given me many holes. Very close to heart, literally or maybe metaphorically, that happens. But stories, I believe, are core of our Toastmasters. Now, with this, I would like to welcome our Toastmaster of the day in his own words. Give me a second. So, our Toastmaster of the day today is someone who likes to try new things, sometimes confidently, sometimes nervously, and often both at the same time. For me, for him, every new role, every new stage, and every new conversation carries a story with it. So today's theme is the stories we carry. I would like to pass the baton to our Toastmaster of today, Abhilash Govindan Nair. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan, for the introduction. So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. So, I am Abhilash, and I will be your Toastmaster of the day for today's session. Every person who walks into this room carries a story. Some stories are easy to see. It is shown in the way we speak, the way we smile, and the way we introduce ourselves. But many stories are hidden. Stories of where we come from, what shaped us, the challenges we overcame, the dreams we quietly hold, and the moments that changed us. Today's theme is the stories we carry. And I think this theme is especially meaningful for a Toastmasters meeting because this stage is not just a place where speeches are delivered. It's a place where stories are revealed. Every speaker who comes here brings not just words, but a part of themselves. Today, as we listen to our speakers, especially our icebreaker speeches, let us remember that we are not just hearing speeches, we are being trusted with someone's story. So let us listen with curiosity, applaud with warmth, and celebrate the courage it takes to share a piece of who we are. With that, I warmly welcome you all to today's session themed The Stories We Carry. So I think to start off with, we will I'll just give you a brief idea of the agenda. So we will be having our speakers, I think, which is in a bit uncertain at the moment, which and what speaker, but I think we will have our L3 P1 speech by Pranali, and we'll have our icebreaker speeches by Aishwarya. And then following that, we will have our tag team reports, and then the reports from our evaluators. So I think it is. We can start with the introduction from our evaluators. So I believe I would like to hand it over to Aishwarya. I think you are an evaluator for today.
I think Gaurav will take over, right? He is the general evaluator.
Yes.
Oh, so wait. So I'll hand it over to Gaurav.
You can introduce Gaurav if you have. Yeah.
I don't have don't
Okay.
have an introduction.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Hi everyone. Am I
Hi,
audible?
Gaurav. Yes, you're audible but not visible.
Not visible.
Yes.
It's on camera, but I think I'm getting that sign-in notification from Teams. Is it not visible? That video?
No, for me, I think others also cannot see.
Yeah, not visible.
But am I audible? At least
Yes,
I can.
you're audible.
Okay. And just one more update. Pranali is with me right now. She is also facing some issue. So maybe we'll start with the icebreaker speech to start with, and then meanwhile I will try to log in so that we can have a video from the office. Yeah. So very good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm playing role of general evaluator. The role of general evaluator is to evaluate all the role players who are not having the evaluators, actual evaluator. Like usually for speeches, we have speech evaluator. For table topics, we have table topic master who give feedback to the speakers. But there are so many roles like SA, timer, grammarian, even evaluators. So we do not have any dedicated evaluator for all these roles. So my role is to analyze their performance and give proper feedback to their performance so that we all can learn from the respective roles, and whatever I feel could have been done better or whatever I feel was done awesome in their respective role, I will share those items in my final report. To support overall evaluation, we usually have a team of three main role players: timer, accounter, and grammarian. Today, I think we have only timer available. Okay, we have only timer available, and I'm playing role of timer as well. So today we have two speeches. One is L3P1 speech from Toastmaster Pranali Mane. She, for her speech timing, for her speech, the timing requirement is 5 to 7 minutes. The minimum is 5 minutes and maximum allotted time is 7 minutes. On top of that, we can utilize 30-second buffer. So that is for Pranali's speech. And then we have an icebreaker from Toastmaster Aishwarya. So for her speech, we have timing from 4 to 6 minutes. So 4 is minimum and 6 is maximum. She can also use 30-second extra to complete her speech. So these are the timing rules. And as I explained, I will come back with my final report at the end of the session when all the plant segments are completed. So now I would like to hand it over to Toastmaster Abhilash to continue further. Thank you.
So I think thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. So yes, without much further ado, I think we'll move to our icebreaker speech by Aishwarya. I believe it is a personal introduction and a professional journey tour. So I would like to hand it over to Aishwarya for her speech.
Thank you so much, Abhilash, for introducing. Can I start, or I think timer will be starting, or do you want me to brief first and then start it?
Just a second, Aishwarya and Abhilash. Just I will informing her what I will be evaluating as a part of speech.
Okay.
I'm the evaluator of Aishwarya's icebreaker speech. The purpose of icebreaker is to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. As a part of this evaluation, I will be evaluating her clarity of voice, eye contact, gestures, and comfort level with audience, etc. And the timing information already Gaurav informed. It's 4 to 6 minutes and 30 minutes buffer will be given. You can pin the timer also, Aishwarya.
Okay. Pin the timer. Do I need to explicitly start the timer now?
No. If you pin the timer, his.
Wait. Gaurav, can you explain the role of timer once? I think that
Yes.
would be great. I think.
Yeah. So the role of timer is to just give me- the role of timer is to just can we move from this is complete. I have so the role of timer is to check the time for all the prepared speeches and the evaluations. So for prepared speech for Aishwarya Shavi, for her icebreaker, timing rule is set 4 to 6 minutes, where she can utilize 30-second buffer time after that. And for her evaluation, we can utilize 2 to 3 minutes. And Aishwarya, for your speech, after 4 minutes, I will show my mobile screen, which will have green card after 4 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And after 6 minutes, I will show red cards until you finish your speech.
Okay.
And for evaluator, after 2 minutes, I will show green card. After 2.5, I will show yellow. And after 3 minutes, I will show the red card.
Okay.
And for Toastmaster Pranali, her speech time guidelines are 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will show green light. And after 6, I will show yellow. And after 7, I will show the red light until she finishes her speech. And her evaluator, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for her timing rules are same, like 2 to 3 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
All right. I think I think we can just proceed with the speech then. Is it?
Yeah, you can. Abhilash, what you can do is just speech title and the name speech title in this format. You can just announce, and directly Aishwarya can start with the speech, no introduction needed.
Okay.
So that is.
All right. So okay, I will start then. So the name of the speaker would be Aishwarya, and the speech title is a personal introduction and professional journey tour. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Myself, Aishwarya Shavi. Presently, I am working in Radisys as a L2 engineer. Let me start my sharing my educational introduction and also the professional journey, how I went through part. So I completed my SLC with a 92% and the POC with 88%. Later, I secured my engineering seat at BMS College, Basangudi, Bangalore, in the information science and engineering branch. So from the part of the engineering, I got placed in Mavenir through the campus placement and started my career as a graduate engineer. Then later, I moved to the Comscope as a L2 developer and got a chance to work on the senior engineer there. There, I mainly worked on the PDCP and the DPDK technology, which was the latest on that time. Later, I joined to the Radisys. It's been almost like 4.5 years where I was able to complete my working experience in the Radisys. During this journey, I got a lot of chances and opportunity to learn and grow myself as a personal and the professional, both of them. So currently, I'm working in Radisys mainly in the 5G technology, which includes the improvement and they involves the like myself analyzing like issues analyzing part and feature development and performance optimization, all of these things. Apart from this, so I like the complex task and also the challenges which came across my path. So this is my overall the professional journey which I went through. Now let me brief about my personal introduction. My mother is a housewife and my father is a businessman. I have a younger sister who is pursuing a BAMS in Achita Medical College, and I have a younger brother who is currently studying SSLC. Recently I got married also, so my husband is works as a manager in the Ranger technology. So overall this is my personal and the professional experience part. Apart from this, I have a keen in learning the new technologies and the new concept also. So I have some hobbies. I like to play badminton and volleyball and the chess. These all are my small hobbies where I will do in my free time goal. And I'm a good cook also, so I cook very well. Yeah, this is my overall explanation part and icebreaker speech. Did I complete it within
Oh,
3%?
all right. Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for your very revealing icebreaker speech. I think your speech very well coincides with today's theme, the stories we carry. Um, all right. So with that, I think we can proceed with our next speech, which is by Pranali, by Toastmaster Pranali. So I have a small question. Who is the evaluator for Pranali's speech?
Ishwarya.
Okay, Aishwarya. So I think now is a good time then for Aishwarya to Toastmaster Aishwarya to explain her role as an evaluator there.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. I am Toastmaster Pranali's evaluator for today, and Toastmaster Pranali is going to be attempting her Level 3 Project 1, so L3P1 speech. The purpose of this project is for Pranali to understand the different types of persuasive speeches and develop and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. So today, what I am going to be looking for is how organized and structured her speech is, and how she chooses to persuade through her speech, whether she appeals to emotions, ethics, or logic. So all the best, Toastmaster Pranali. Over to you. You want to tell me the title?
Abhilash, you can introduce.
Right. So, Toastmaster Pranali, in her own words, she describes herself as a curious explorer, a part-time artist, and a full-time dreamer. She lives for the new experiences and the creative sparks that make everyday moments feel like a masterpiece. So her speech is titled Adding Light or Heat. Over to you, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhilash. So today I'm going to talk about one meeting that I'll never forget. A room full of people, big table, lights, the fluorescent one specifically, and people sitting all around in those round table. What I remember is one person. He was very smart, sharp, and confident. Let's call him Rahul. He was the person who never let silence stay for more than 3 seconds. And just when he started to speak, he started to share. Every slide, he had something to comment. On every idea anyone has to pitch, he had something to bring which is more better than someone else. And the agenda has barely started, and this Rahul guy he took over. And for 40 minutes, he kept on talking. He was talking, everyone was listening. And the rest of us, we tried. And then we stopped. Why? Because you know that situation when you want to say something, but the window closes so soon that you just think that let's let it go. Right? And in that room, there was one lady who was sitting at the very end of the table, quite calm and very attentive, and had put a lot of attention than any one of us in that room, with a notebook and a pen, and her being so concentrated towards that meeting and the points which were discussed. And at the end of the meeting, which was after 40 minutes, our manager asked, does anyone have anything to add or anything anyone want to speak about the whole conversation we had here? She leaned forward and within 2 minutes, two quiet, clear and unhurried movements, she summed up the whole conversation and she reframed the entire discussion. She talked about the issues and the problems which were beneath the problems which were discussed. And to my surprise, those were the real problems which none of us have ever thought are the problem. But this Rahul guy, he spoke for 40 minutes, right? But what made this lady different than this Rahul guy? That is, she waited for that opportunity. She waited for that right moment to speak. Right? We all have been wired to confuse volume with authority, right? We are wired with the thought that having confidence means competency. Having noise means you are having everything that you want, right? And we perform, we, we try to fill silence so that we don't feel like we are losing. We try to interrupt others so that we don't feel like we are weak, right? And somewhere we are afraid that if we don't speak, maybe we will be invisible in the room full of people. And they rightly said, wise people speak because they want to say something. And the fools, they talk because they want to say something. I want it to sink in. Right? Because I know each one of us have a lot of thoughts when we are around people, when we are surrounded with a lot of people which are like-minded or maybe somewhere different. But one thing is very unique between us and the people who are higher to us. Maybe if I have to give an example with me and my manager, I always think, why is my manager and not me the manager? That time this thought stuck to me, always stuck to me. That is, he always tries to listen rather than interrupting me, right? And that mentor, whom we all call, because he listens to us. And he always have that one point which no one of us have ever thought of. And that's why he is at that position, right? Today, I want you all to leave with one message that whenever you want to speak something, I want you to pause for a second and want to think, whatever I want to try to speak today, is it going to add some value Is it going to bring the heat, or is it going to land properly or not? Because if it is going to create the heat, I want you to pause. I want you to pause, listen a little, listen for more time, and observe more carefully and more closer. That's it from mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali, for that very persuasive speech. And I might also add inspiring. It does highlight the importance of listening and being calm quite closely. So with that, I would actually have another question. I just noticed Toastmaster Usman join. But I believe there could be a timing constraint because the evaluator for Usman is Chitra, right? So,
Uh,
Okay, it's okay. Let him
ah,
start. I will stay back for 10 more minutes.
all right, all right.
Okay.
So then, so that's great to hear. So I would like to hand over to Toastmaster Chitra to please explain her role as the evaluator.
Sure. Am I audible?
yes, Chitra, but not
Okay.
visible. Yeah.
Okay, just give me a moment. I'll turn on my camera.
No problem. Yeah.
Ye-
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, hello everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. So, while the purpose of the icebreaker speech has already been described, so we have Toastmaster Usman delivering his icebreaker speech, which is like the first milestone in his Toastmaster journey. Like Harshita also mentioned, it is this. The purpose is for the speaker to introduce themselves, share a little about who they are, and build confidence in public speaking in a very supportive environment. As evaluator and audience members, our role is to encourage the Toastmasters who are starting this journey today and celebrate Usman's courage in taking this important first step. So I'll be focusing on how he connects with audience, organizes his thoughts, and expresses his personality and experience. Let's give Toastmaster Usman our full attention and a very warm welcome. All the best, Toastmaster Usman.
Uh, Abhilash, just before that, I would like to share the timing rule for Mr. Usman. For his icebreaker speech, timing rules are again 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will show the green light. At 5 minutes, I will show the yellow light. And at 6 minutes, I will show the red light until Toastmaster Usman finishes his speech. So Usman, please check for the signals in my window. So I will be showing my mobile with the different colors. So the allotted time is 4 to 6 minutes. You can utilize 30 extra seconds to finish your speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. We have our icebreaker speech by Toastmaster Usman, and the speech is titled "A Story of Challenges and Adventures." So over to you, Toastmaster Usman.
Yeah, hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, audible and visible. Usman. You can start.
Yeah. So, yeah, first I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity and also Sharad who introduced me to this club and and also everyone to join. So, I mean, to start with, this is not the first speech I'm giving. So, earliest speech that I remember giving was in school, where I was participating in an inter school competition, debate competition, where I had to speak about the advantages of industrial revolution, which I was really nervous and to add a salt to my suffering. So there was in the first row itself, my crush was sitting there, and I was like, forgot everything, and like even I forgot my name, what to say. And yeah, maybe similar situation today is itself also I'm going through. And yeah, so I was born and brought up in Bangalore, and I come from family with three brothers and one sister, and yeah, I did my schooling from Bangalore, and yeah, and mainly I started my career with Nokia, and then moved to Radisys 4 years ago. Um, and my during my school time, I was very interested and very good with the numbers and mathematics and yeah, problem solving. So which helped me get good marks in board exams, and also during my stay in Nokia, I took part in coding competitions, and yeah, I was able to secure a second place in that, and yeah, which was well recognized across my business unit, which I was working for. And yeah, apart from being in Nokia, so being technically also good. So I love traveling and adventures and those aspects. So when I was traveling, so I was once I would like to share about one of my trek which I went on Mukta Top, which is my first high altitude trek in Himalayas. First experience with the snow and experience with the high altitude, freezing temperature, and a lovely time with people. But to be honest, I realized soon that trekking is not just about photos and good pictures, and right, it is also about paying money to get suffer for carrying heavy bag, right? And also to wake up in the morning 5 a.m. and get ready in like 1 hour and start trekking. So very different kind of experience, and yeah, that was my initial experience. And also I but still I always like to do adventures, and trekking is obviously I again continued with trekking like another 2 3 treks I had been. Yeah. And yeah, one another adventure about I would like to share is when I jumped from an aeroplane at 15,000 feet with an instructor to do skydiving, where I had yeah, I mean terrifying moment, but at the same time the adrenaline rush, and also for thank God that instructor had a parachute with him, so I could deliver this speech today with that. And yeah, and later, yeah, I mean among this all these experiences that I have, I still look forward to have more such experiences in life. For that, definitely, yeah, we need to earn. And yeah, I would like to conclude with saying that, yeah, I mean, having technical skills and right, so have helped me do exciting things. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to learn more about my soft skills, improve my soft skills, and right to improve my communication, to share my experiences, and also to make a good friendship. And yeah, so that with that I would like to conclude. Yeah, thank you all.
Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Usman, for that wonderful icebreaker speech.
Yeah,
I think while you were like, I think I was listening to it, but the moment you said skydiving, my brain just quickly like homed in into your speech. I'm like skydiving, and When you and especially in the part when you said that it's a good thing that this guy had a parachute as well. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a very very satisfying thing. So I think from what we all understand that so as we are done with our speeches and we've heard a lot about different kinds of stories. That's what we have been that's what we heard today. Different kinds of stories, and we can appreciate the walks of life that everyone has, and that it basically gives us an insight into how different various people's lives can be, and that has pretty much been the main idea behind today's theme. Usually, when as we live our lives, I wouldn't say people are self-centric, but we usually are. We want to solve our own problems, so we are always focused on ourselves. But it is always a good thing to just take a bit of time out of our life to see how other people's lives really are, and really just pay attention to the various stories that they carry. So with that, I would like to hand over it to Toastmaster Gaurav just for the timing reports for Usman's speech, which can then be used for by the evaluator.
So I will share time. Am I audible? Everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're audible.
So I'll share the timing report for all the speakers for reference for their respective evaluators. Toastmaster Aishwarya for her icebreaker, she utilized 3 minutes. So she finished her speech in 3 minutes, which is lesser than the allotted time. The allotted time was 4 to 6 minutes. Next, Toastmaster Pranali for L3 P1 speech, she took 6 minutes and 40 seconds, which is well within time. And Toastmaster Usman for his icebreaker took 5 minutes and 35 seconds, which is also within the allotted time. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for the timing reports. So I would like to hand it over to Toastmaster Chitra for the evaluation report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. I'm unable to stand up because of some logistics issues, so apologize for that. So Toastmaster Usman, okay, you're not on video. Okay, congratulations on completing your icebreaker speech. The very fact that you stood up, or rather, in both our cases, sat down comfortably and shared your story is a wonderful first step towards your Toastmasters journey. Next time, I would recommend maybe try standing up. Because not just because the speech needed more energy, because your adventurous activities deserve a full body storytelling, right? Now,
Okay.
what I really enjoyed about this speech was how naturally you took us through various different stages of your life. You began by saying how this was, although this was your icebreaker speech, it was not your first speech ever. And then immediately that built curiosity. Now, the story about giving speech on industrial revolution while your crush stood in the audience was relatable and funny. I think many of us suddenly remembered our motivation audience members during our school days, right? Now, your humor throughout the speech landed really well. I think my favorite line was about trekking. I think probably many of us relate who don't like to wake up early in the morning, right? How you pay money to wake up at 5 a.m., carry heavy bags, and voluntarily suffer. That was beautifully honest. You have a very pleasant voice and tone, and it is so easy on the ears, calm and comfortable to listen to. Your pacing was steady, which made the speech flow so naturally. After hearing about skydiving and how you were grateful that the instructor had parachute, otherwise we may not have the opportunity to listen to your speech today. I think everything, all the jokes landed perfectly and beautifully. I think one minor feedback, like I'd initially touched upon, one thing is probably you could stand up and deliver your speech, have a note in your hand if you need to refer to. And the second thing would be to adjust the camera angle a little bit. I think we're getting only your side profile. If you can like make it face your face, then we can have a little bit more eye contact while you're talking and better body language overall, right? But as such, this was a very warm, engaging, and humorous icebreaker speech. Thank you so much for sharing your stories, and I'm excited to see where your Toastmasters journey takes you next. Congratulations and welcome to Toastmasters.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. And about the site profile, right? Actually, I am having a eye contact because I am viewing you all in the desktop. My laptop is next to me here. So I didn't, I mean, I wanted to connect my webcam, but all of a sudden it was not connected. So just I thought I,
For this
No
specific
problem.
reason,
Yeah,
I'm using the laptop.
yeah,
think today
yeah.
we have so many
Sorry,
technical
maybe next
issues.
time.
It's a very
Yeah,
incident.
yeah. I also had some, my Teams was not working actually. So I was trying to fix that. So sorry for the
Yeah,
delay as well.
it's all
Yeah,
right. I
sorry
think
for the
Toastmaster
delay.
Aishwarya informed
no,
us
no,
about the
no need
same.
to apologize.
It's okay. No, no, yeah,
Thank
no
you.
need to
Yeah.
apologize.
All right, I will then take it over from here. So thank you, Toastmaster Chitra, for your valuable feedback. Um, I believe I can give the stage to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Tosma Avilash. I thought you are going to continue with all the evaluators, and at the end, I will come. I think let's follow the same structure as we have followed for
Yeah, no,
one evaluator.
I'm
It's
following
okay. You can
the
call other evaluators. At the end, I will.
got it. Got it. Got it. I was just following the agenda which I got through the email. So okay. So I will then I think we'll have our evaluator reports. So I think the I'm sorry if I who are the other evaluators?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Vice
So yeah, we can
Icebreaker
have
Evaluator.
you can have Toastmaster Aishwarya for her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Um, First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Pranali on completing her L3P1. It is it gives an extreme sense of accomplishment once you've passed the first couple of levels and you start on the really tough ones. So congratulations. Your speech, which was adding light or heat, I really liked it right from the beginning because when you started off by painting a picture of a room, and the description that you gave allowed us all to experience it with you while you were talking about it. So kudos to that. I also believe we all know that one character, Rahul, who takes over a meeting and um, is brimming with ideas and it's constantly talking. And if you can't think of a person, then it's probably you. But but we all know that person, right? So I was also able to think, I was also able to imagine the Rahul of my own life, and it definitely irked me like it was meant to do, which is that person continues to talk so much that everybody else in the room goes quiet, irrespective and unsure of whether they have anything valuable to add. So to that aspect, when you said that volume is not authority and confidence is not competence, I really related to that. So that was a very good analogy to draw. After that, when you talked about the fact that there was a single person who summarized the entire meeting in under 2 minutes, and not just that, but was able to talk about the actual crux of the matter, the issue that was underlying all the other issues that were talked about. I was also able to relate to that aspect of it. I know people in my own life who have been that person in the room where they were quietly observant and talked about exactly what needed to be talked about, even if it was at the fag end of the meeting. So I think the message that you were trying to convey, which was pause and listen and be observant and think about what you want to add to the meeting in this particular context, was effectively conveyed, and consider me persuaded. I know that I am going to be pausing before I add anything. That said, I know I have talked about this before. I really enjoy the fact that you use body language and the stage effectively along with your vocal variation. So the fact that you used pauses just as much as you were trying to talk about the importance of pauses in your speech. I really quite enjoyed that. What I would, however, like to maybe add as something that you would want to focus on is when the topic itself is a little bit about pauses, maybe increase your vocal variety so people don't get stuck on something, and maybe introduce a surprise element somewhere so that people's attentions are gathered again. And like I said, you did make it relatable, but maybe introduce a little bit more of audience interaction as well, all to keep the audience more in your speech, and instead of having them get distracted and start thinking about their own Rahuls in the world, So that's it. Congratulations on completing L1P3 and all the very best for all your future speeches. Back to you, Toastmaster Rajan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for that evaluative report. I think we can now proceed to the evaluator report by Harshita for Aishwarya. So over to you, Toastmaster Harshita.
Yeah, thank you, Abhilash. Congratulations, Aishwarya, on completing your first speech and taking first step to the Toastmasters journey. We came to know about your education, career growth, personal life, hobbies, and other aspects of your life from your speech. And I suggest you, if you stand while speaking, your hand gestures will be visible clearly, which makes your presentation more engaging. Based on your camera, only till your neck, it is visible for us. So I just suggest you to stand. And next, regarding your speech organization, the introduction of the speech is very good and planned. The body of the speech can be further improved by introducing a specific incident or situation from your life. You can build a story around it, create a content through it, and elaborate more on that experience to make the speech more impactful and relatable. The conclusion of the speech can also be planned more appropriately. One more thing I want to add. Additionally, you can utilize the entire time allocated for your speech. You can go up to 6.5 minutes as well. A part of it, your voice is clear, your thoughts are well expressed, your hand gestures are visible, actually. Your body language is also good. And there are no breaking sentences in your speech. So it is very clear that you practiced it before. Next, you are comfortable interacting with the audience, which made your speech natural and engaging. Thank you. You can remember all these points for your further speeches. Thank you, Aishwarya. Over to you, Abhilash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshita. I believe now is a good time to get the timing report for the evaluators. Over to you, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. So along with timing report, I would like to take the segment for the general evaluation also. So is it okay, or do we have anything to add after the timing report?
No, I think that is nothing to add.
Sure. So first of all, I will give the timing report. From our evaluators, Toastmaster Chitra, she took around 3 minutes. I missed a couple of seconds initially, but it was well within time. It was around 2 minutes 58 seconds to 3 minutes 5 seconds. It was within that period. So it was well within time, and it was well constructed speech. Toastmaster Aishwarya, she took 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So it was a little over time. The allotted time is 2 to 3 minutes, and we can utilize extra 30 seconds. But it took around 20 seconds extra. And Toastmaster Harshita, for her, was allotted time was 2 to 3 minutes, and she completed her speech in 1 minute and 50 seconds. So this was all about the timing report. Now I would like to start with the general evaluator report. First of all, I would like to thank all of you to have here, and basically today we are having 3 speeches after a long time, right? So it was a very nice session where we are doing what we are meant to do in Toastmasters. It's about the prepared speeches, learning new things, and starting our journey. And 2 of new speakers started their journey today, which is great to see that new people are coming forward and delivering their speeches. It will help all of us to learn more about them, and it will help them as well to learn more about Toastmaster, the gaps what they have in their communication skills, and how they can improve. So it's a good start, I would say. Now coming to the general evaluation for overall session. Today we started little late, so we started around at 1:34. So this is one sign that we have to improve. Even I was little late to join, so I also contributed to that delay. I think all the online members were there on time, but we from office were facing some technical issues, which caused this kind of problem. But going forward, I will also take this point and I will try to join little earlier. Starting with the presiding officer, so Rajan, Toastmaster Rajan, he did a great job in starting the session. He had a couple of quotes related to the theme, and the way he started and then he moved to the next segment was quite flawless, and it was very good. One good thing was usually when people are taking multiple roles, they forget to do certain things of their respecting roles, which I did not see in Toastmaster Rajan's job. He played role of SA and then he played role of presiding officer. So he connected those things well. Just one thing I would like to add, Toastmaster Rajan, we can add the mission statement of our Toastmasters club as well. This will help all the new members to understand, to get more clarity, like why do we meet in every session, and what is the main goal of our these meetings. If someone would like to quote it, then that stage is open. If someone knows, or maybe Rajan, you can just quote it for everyone's reference.
So our mission statement is to uh, provide a supportive environment to all the Toastmasters to help each other grow and learn. So that is the main goal of our Toastmasters Club International as well as our club as well. So we try our best for everybody to grow and learn together within the supportive environment. Yeah, that's it. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan. So basically, the mission or goal of our club is same, to provide a positive and mutually supportive environment in which that empowers all the members to learn leadership skills as well as the communication skills, which help them to become a better leader and better communicator. Which we have seen, like today, 3 speakers, they delivered their speech with confidence, and that is what we learn from the Toastmasters. Moving next to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhilash. I believe you are playing this role for very first time, right? Yes, but I did not feel it from the expressions and the way you carried the session. The best thing what I felt was you were following the agenda. As you mentioned, you were following the things from there. That's the best thing what team should do. And I think our agenda requires little bit corrections, because of which we face couple of like changes in the sequence, right? So we'll take that point as an improvement. So basically, whoever prepares the agenda next time, we will, or maybe whenever agenda is published, it's our duty to share those inputs with the person who is sharing the agenda. So I will also check it next time thoroughly and share my inputs to the person who is preparing it. But overall, it was a great session. The topic stories that we carry, I think that was very apt to today's session, where 2 newcomers are coming with their first speech. So they are going to tell basically their own stories about themselves, about their hobbies, and many more, right? And then we have another speaker who is delivering her, like she's experienced speaker, so she is delivering L3P1 speech. So there also she actually told one story which engaged all the audience, right? So kudos to the theme that you chose. So it was a very good theme, and everyone was able to relate the points which you mentioned in the in your delivery. Another good thing which I noted was you connected very well with the speakers. Whenever they delivered their speech, you were able to understand what they were saying, and you were having some points to connect from their speech before moving to the next segment, which is a very good sign. And all of us, whoever has not taken team mode role, just this is the thing which we can follow in our delivery and in our like whenever we are conducting the session, we should follow. We should remember this point that this connection and transition from one story to another story and to the next segment is very important. And I felt one more good thing in your performance today, Vilash. You adapted very well to the changes, and there were many new things for you. But whenever it was presented, you were not stuck. And usually it happens like you are prepared with a certain sequence, but you have to change it based on the technical issues, due to technical issues, or due to whatsoever reason. But you adapted very well, and you performed very well in your team mode role. So like it's a good start for you, I would say. Only thing what I felt, if like whenever you are taking team mode role, it is better if you come in person in office and you feel that presence of the room where people are there in front of you, not just a screen. So next time whenever you are taking a bigger role like GE, team mode, or tabletop master, it is good to attend it from the office. Moving next to our, I think it's all about speeches now. So moving next to our first speaker, Toastmaster Aishwarya. So very congratulations for completing your icebreaker speech. I know how difficult it is to come forward and deliver the first speech. I remember my first speech where I spoke very fast and I know what I have delivered, but other people, they were very confused what he has delivered. Because I had too much of content and I finished within 4 minutes or 4 minutes 5 seconds. That's it. So it was very. I can feel what all kind of emotions and adrenaline rush will come whenever you have to deliver your first speech. But you had a very great start, as Toastmaster Harshita aptly said in your speech. If you would have added, like you had three segments, right? Your schooling, your current job, and then your personal life. Along with that, you add something related to your hobby. So it is good if you try to put some stories or incident about those segments of your life. Let's say if you're talking about your schooling, you can add some small incident to your story. When you're talking about your professional journey, you can add a little bit more like how did you start your journey or who influenced your journey, something like that. Anything which you add will help you to frame a longer speech because you had enough time. You finished it in 3 minutes, but you had allotted time was 4 to 6 minutes. So you can add more details to your speech and try to add the transitions little bit. Otherwise, it was a fine speech where we got to know about you, your personal life, your schooling days, and what you do here in Radisys. So it was a great start. I will look forward for many more speeches from you. And one input I would like to give: you can talk to your mentor. I think in our club we assign mentor for every newcomer. So you can talk to your mentor, and whenever you are delivering your speech, you can just uh, have a word with your mentor to get the guidance. Your mentor will definitely guide you that you can add this part or you can elaborate this section. So those kind of things can be like you can utilize that mentor role. Whoever is your mentor, you can utilize this expertise from your mentor for your speech. Okay. And it's not just about icebreaker. You can follow this process for your future speeches as well. Unless you are comfortable and you understand the crisp of storytelling or little bit about the sequences transition, you can always take help of your mentor. Okay. Now coming to Toastmaster Pranali. So it was a very nice speech. I would say the start was very nice where you said when you started about a situation, right? You said, let's think about a person who talks a lot in the office meetings. So everyone was, as Toastmaster Aishwarya said, everyone was having this thought, like, who is this person in my life? So these kind of scenarios are very helpful whenever a speaker comes and deliver his or her speech. So it's a good learning for all of us. Like whenever you are starting a speech, the first segment of your speech should attract all the audience members. You can do it by asking a question, or you can do it by giving a scenario, or you can just ask question to an audience member directly. So this is where Toastmaster Pranali is the starting, I would say. And then she completed the scenario, but after that she linked it very well with her theme, which was, other than Toastmaster Aishwarya, can someone tell what was the message from her speech? Okay, I will say it was adding heat or light. So basically, we have to focus on what we are saying, what we are delivering. We need not to say a lot, but whatever we are saying, we should be mindful what we are saying, right? That was the message what she wanted to tell. So overall, her speech was nice. Today when I noticed her delivering her speech, I realized how she was using the stage. He was moving from one place to another using hand gestures. So it was a nice addition to her speech. Recently, I have not witnessed some of her speeches, but earlier when I witnessed her speech, I think this use of stage and the hand gesture was a nice addition. So overall, it was a good speech. And the suggestions which you got from Toastmaster Aishwarya, I think if you just work on that, it will help you to become a better speaker. Next one for Toastmaster Usman. So Toastmaster Usman, as you already said, it was not your first speech, right? You delivered your speech in school, but I did not feel like it was your first speech in Toastmaster as well. The way you structured your speech was very nice. Your start was a little shaky, where you were starting about your school days, childhood days. But when you started giving references and incidents about those moments, I think everyone was enjoying your speech. I felt humor. You have that humorous skill that you can add and you can deliver in your speeches. So that is one thing. Maybe if you have chosen your pathway or not, that I'm not sure. But if you have not, you can go. You can. I think we have an exercise to do that. If you do that exercise, you will get to know which is a better pathway for you. But the incident where you put the humorous content was very nice, and everyone was enjoying those moments. So overall, it was a very nice speech, and you utilized your time very well. I think you finished. Your allotted time was 4 to 6 minutes. You finished it at 5:35, which was a very nice beginning for a speaker who is delivering his first speech. So kudos for that, and I would look forward for many more speeches from you. Keep joining the session and delivering these fascinating speeches. I believe you can do great in table topics as well. Now moving to our the evaluators. Toastmaster Chitra. Okay, evaluators are not present, but I will share those reports so that it will be recorded. So Toastmaster Chitra, she delivered her speech in 3 minutes, so it was well within time. That is what we all can learn, because I feel evaluation is very difficult job when someone is evaluating the speech, because in table topics it is known that you are going to sometimes you are going to fumble, sometimes you can say something which is away from the given topic. Prepared speech, you are very well prepared, but in evaluation, you have to evaluate the speech. You have to write or prepare your content immediately and deliver it, so that the person who is getting that evaluation will learn also from your ideas. So I feel that's the toughest thing to do, but we all can learn only if we do it multiple times. Right? So she did that job very it was an outstanding job what she did, and she provided the right inputs. Today she was evaluating icebreaker speech, and as we all know, icebreaking is the first speech. So her evaluation was quite encouraging. I did not feel many points which were focusing on the improvements, but her points were focusing on the positive sides, which gives a lot of encouragement to the speaker. So this is what we all should learn whenever we are delivering icebreaker evaluation. Our main objective is to evaluate the person, encourage the person, and give some 1 or 2 points only, so that they can improve in their next speech. Like the improvement related to stand and deliver and camera angle. These are some of the inputs which a person can immediately do in the next speech. So that was a quite commendable job, and all of us can learn whenever we are doing that evaluation for our speakers. Coming next to Toastmaster Aishwarya, the best part which I felt from her speech was she used the references from the speaker's actual speech. So where she mentioned about the message, what was delivered, and when she mentioned about heat versus light or confidence versus competency. So all these things were quoted by speaker Toastmaster Pranali, and Aishwarya took those things from the speech, and when she did that, and when I listened that basically, I started remembering what Toastmaster Pranali was delivering in her speech. So these kind of instances help us to recollect what has happened in the speech, and from those instances, we also learn that how we can improve on those points or what are the positive points. One improvement point for her, she had many good points which she gave to Toastmaster Pranali, but that time that she utilized extra time for completing her evaluation. And what I felt, usually in evaluation, we give the positive parts and we give the gifts to the speaker so that they will learn something from those gifts. So she 3 minutes. So she had very less time left to deliver those improvement points. So if we can manage that time well, I think that will help. That will help to shorten the evaluation speech. Many times, mixing positive negative points will also help. Rather than delivering all positive points and coming to the improvement points later, we can always try to deliver 2 positive points and then mix it with 1 improvement point. So if we follow that approach, we'll always finish it within time, and we will have a compact evaluation. Now, for the last person, Toastmaster Harshita. Toastmaster Harshita took 1 hour 50 seconds for her evaluation, which is a very great job. And I have seen a lot of improvement in her evaluation report as well. I have witnessed some of her older evaluation, and now what I'm seeing, I have seen a great improvement. So kudos for that, Toastmaster Harshita. You pointed very good improvements for Toastmaster Aishwarya, like adding stories and incident to the speech and having a proper transition, and at least having some conclusive remark, or maybe a point which you feel like is your core value can be added for such ice-breaking speech. So that was a very good addition which you added to your evaluation, and I think it's a good learning for all of us. We can follow this. Like if you are not having any conclusive point, at least add some core value which you feel is very important to you and try to add it to your speech at the end. One improvement point or gift I would like to give Tosma Harshita is you can also try to use references from the speaker's speech. So when you are providing the positive points, you can always use some references, or the improvements, you can always use references or some quotes or the things which speaker told in her speech. You can utilize that to provide the evaluation. And just one point for many of us, since we are in a online setting as of today, but still, if it is possible, it is good to stand and deliver the speeches because it helps you to utilize your hands, utilize the space where you are speaking. So those kind of things will add more value to the speeches. And even one thing I would like to add, like when we are standing, then there are more things which we'll learn. Right now, the way I'm utilizing my hand, it's like an invisible table I'm using, which is not recommended. Even I'm doing that mistake, but it is better to lose our hands, go here and there, and utilize. When we lose our hands and we give some gestures, right? It gives more impact to the speech. But if our hands are like that, and if we just move here and there, it is just like we are not utilizing the complete space, and those gestures are restricted. Okay, so those kind of things or those kind of feedbacks will only get when we'll stand and deliver and utilize the space. So it's a common feedback for all. If possible, please stand and deliver your speeches. So that's all from my side. Overall, it was a very nice session. And today, after a long time, we are having 3 speeches. I expect more speeches will come as we have many new members in club now, so that we'll witness all new ideas and all those new energy in our sessions as well. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vilas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that extremely detailed evaluation report for the entire session. I believe that, all the feedback that you've given is obviously going to point out all the opportunities that where we can all improve. But more than that, I think the words of encouragement that you have shared is probably what is going to allow us all to take our Toastmasters journey to the next level. So thank you again, Toastmaster Gaurav. So now that we are done with the general evaluators report, I think we can head towards the close of this session. Um, so when we began today, we spoke about the stories we carry. Now, as we close, maybe some of those stories feel a little less hidden. Maybe a few voices feel more familiar. Maybe a few people in this room feel less like strangers and more like fellow travelers. That is the power of sharing. We do not always need grand speeches to connect. Sometimes a simple story told with honesty is enough. Thank you to everyone who shared, listened, encouraged, and added meaning to today's session. May we continue to carry our stories with courage and receive the stories of others with warmth. So with that, I would like to hand over to Toastmaster Rajan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhilash. It was really amazing to see everybody taking their roles and doing them responsibly. Uh, I would like I would like to specially thank, but I see each face and they have done their special in a today session. For example, from the start, I see even Usman was working with some technical issues, and he still came in and tried to give his speech, though it was very late. Chitra stayed with extension. She had to leave by 2, but she waited extra just to give the feedback since Usman was in the session. I saw Abhilash taking care of each problems coming back to back and handle it very gracefully, though it is his first time doing his remote job. Uh, Pranali has done obviously fabulous job taking like they're trying to do his her speech in like well mannered and very much how best she could do. Aishwarya also her icebreaker was really good for the first time, and the naturally he speaks was really nice. I think uh, everything. I think for the new speakers, I would feel that they will feel very confident about after this. And again, Harshita also, like her evaluation was really amazing. Chitra, I wanted to say the same comment as Gaurav said that it was really motivating the points that she used. So I would like to thank you everybody to make this session successful. And I'm very happy that so many speeches are there. If you need anything, any help regarding the speeches, uh, you can connect to me as well as there are mentors that are assigned to you. It's in the chat. You can just search in our chat group. So you will know who's your mentor and you can directly contact for any feedback, any help before and after the speech. So yeah, that's all. I'm very a comprehensive analysis and feedback by Gaurav. So thank you, Gaurav, again. Yeah, that is all. And I wish you very best for your starting journey, especially the icebreaker speakers. Really amazing. And I request everybody to take different roles over the period of time. As you will see, by taking the role, you will focus on different areas of the speech, and you will learn a lot. Even timer, uh, our counter role, these roles also make you learn so different facets of your speech. But by doing those rules, you will learn about yourself. That was what I had experienced. Like by being the timer, I know how I time, how can I time my speeches. By I counter, I can focus on my pauses and breaks. So every role, I suggest everybody to take every role and learn. So with this, I would like to conclude our meeting. Thank you, everybody. With this, I announce the meeting as adjourned, closed. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.